In my 1 month, I've been rejected by agency. People that are in your niche, they don't respond to you. CEOs that you met don't respond to you. It was meant to be. So just that. Man, I just got to get this out of my chest. I just wish I could talk to somebody. I wish my message will get to someone that needs it. Espero que mi mensaje, no sé, llegue a alguien que necesito escucharlo. This is just barely 1 month. I started this YouTube content creating. Este is como un mes que empieza creando contenido en YouTube. And this is my experience about the whole thing. The truth is, you just have to start. Con mi experiencia, tú tienes que empezar. Because at the end of the whole thing, we just want to do something that makes you happy. Al final de todo, tienes que hacer algo que te hace feliz. Someone that is listening to me now will be wondering, hey, why is this guy speaking 2 languages? Alguien que me está escuchando ahorita va a decir, ¿por qué estás hablando 2 idiomas? ¿Por qué complicar todo? Why do you complicate things by speaking both languages? Man, this is what I want to do. Es que quiero hacer. Why did I start the YouTube channel? ¿Por qué empecé el YouTube channel? ¿Y por qué en español y en inglés? Why did I start a YouTube channel in English and in Spanish instead of me selecting one language? Because I know I'm going to bring value to someone that wants to learn English or someone that wants to learn Spanish. Apart from creating content of exotic cars, I still like, aparte de crear contenido de carros de lujo, también me gusta los perfumes. Me encanta. Y también me gustan los relojes. I also like watches. I love perfumes and I like watches. I also like telling stories. You have watched enough of YouTube motivations. You need to start this, that, do that. Tú has escuchado todo ahí en YouTube que tú tienes que empezar toda esa. I was afraid that nobody will let you in. Like for now, I don't have an exotic car. I know I believe in God. By God's grace, in future, I will have one. I will have 3. Ahorita yo sé que no tengo carro exótico, pero en futuro con Dios, si permite vida, voy a tener 1, voy a tener 2, voy a tener 3 o más. But for now, I need to step out and go to all these agencies for them to open their doors so I can film. Pero ahorita tengo que ir a las agencias de los autos lujo para que me abra la puerta para que puedan filmar. So, one of my fears was them rejecting me. Uno de mis miedos es que ellos no me permiten grabar. The first one I filmed was that McLaren Natura, and that day I was sweating like mad. I was sweating, man. I don't just know why, but I was sweating like mad. La primera que filmé fue McLaren Natura. Y este día yo estaba sudando machín. ¿Por qué estaba sudando? No sé, no lo sé, pero estaba sudando muy machín. So when I went there the next time, the same place I filmed this exotic car, lo mismo lugar donde filmé este carro de lujo, regresé ahí. I went there and they said they're not giving me access. I was like, okay, but you allowed me the last time. So they're not giving me access. I have to leave there and look for another place. That's it. That's one of the fear I had. It happened. Do you get? So that's one of the experience I had. The second one is I went to somewhere to record. Fui a un lado para grabar. Some press creators there too. I'm not gonna mention them. We exchange numbers and all those stuff. Cambiamos números y todo eso. It happened that when I needed their help, it's not kind of help. You just send them a message on WhatsApp. This, that. Not even a help. It just can I call them? All those stuff. They never responded till almost 2 weeks. They didn't even respond. So, no me respondieron. Pues, they didn't even respond. So, I was like, this is one of the fears. But it happened. Another one, I met someone very big. I'm not going to mention names. And he gave me his number and all those stuff. When I sent message to him, he didn't answer my message. But those are the fears I had, that the agency doesn't let me in. The contacts you have, some of the creators who are doing the same thing with you, they ignore you. Algunas personas te cerran la puerta, no te contesta. Son miedos que alguien que vas a empezar un YouTube ahorita vas a tener, pero todo eso vas a pasar. All this is gonna happen. So why do we fear when we can start and figure it out on the way? But you don't really blame them. Should you be angry? But no. Tienes que ser enojada? Pues no, porque su carro no es tuyo. It's their cars and not yours. So my advice to someone that wants to start YouTube It's just that. So mi consejo para alguien que quiere empezar YouTube ahorita, yo sé que alguien me está escuchando. I know someone is listening to me. You want to start YouTube? I need just start. The fear of this, the fear of that, miedo de este, miedo de esta, tu miedo va a pasar. Your fear is gonna happen. Ese es el destino. Entonces, if it happened, it's because it was meant to be. Dios is grande, God is almighty. So once that kind of thing happens, it's supposed to happen. You just take it that way. So in my 1 month, I've been rejected by agency. People that are in your niche, they don't respond to you. CEOs that you met don't respond to you. It was meant to be. So just that, we figure it out. Like where I'm filming now, thank you to Iconic. Gracias a Iconic, gracias a Legend Toys, thank you Legend Toys, thank you Porsche. I'm not going to mention the location because the boss doesn't want me to do that. Thank you to Exotic Avenue. All these people that allow me to film, I'm grateful. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. So, my summary of this whole, so entonces mi resumen de todo ahorita es, si tú quieres empezar YouTube, you better start now. Because if you're scared at this, scared at that, it's going to happen. Some people it do happen to them. There are some exceptions. I know someone's going to ask, why are you revending this cheap watch inside this expensive ride? Come on. ¿Y qué tiene? ¿Qué tiene, man? Why not? Okay, the other day I saw someone with that was GT3 RX. I interviewed him though, but I wasn't with my camera and all the stuff. Casio, this is the most sold watch in the whole world. My mind was like, okay, you got the ride, you don't have the watch, but come on, that's his choice. You get? Nobody said que está muy difícil, pero todos los YouTubers, for example, Supercar Blondie, no? She has some rejections along the way because she was the only female that was in the room or any event that they go to. Ese Supercar Blondie tuve algunos, pues, discriminación, puede ser, porque ella era la única mujer entre los pues, muchos hombres que le dio sacar. Y also the Stradman, he slept in his car, dormía en su carro, pues nada más para grabar algunos carros de lujo. He slept in his car, he has some difficulties. Y aquí, this guy they call Manuel Rivera 11, that reviews cars. Well, I hope I will meet this guy someday, by God's grace. Espero que voy a conocer un día. Manuel Rivera 11. Pues en un podcast dijo que pues algunas personas que no voy a mencionar su nombre, so people that I won't say their names, they rejected him. Even they shot a video with his own car. They didn't give him a collab. Grabaron su cara, no quiere colaborar con él. Pero él tiene que pues buscar manera de salir adelante. He had to look for a way to move forward. So that is it. So thank you very much. I think that's all for now. I don't have enough subscribers, but come, there's nothing possible for God to do. Como dijo Alfredo Valenzuela, nada es imposible para Dios. So I know that one day I'll still grow like others. Yo sé que un día voy a crecer como los demás. All I only ask from God is life, good health, and I work for it. It's going to happen someday, I believe. Let's go with this one. Don't let your loneliness reconnect you with toxic people, because you won't drink poison because you're texting. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Bye.